Welcome to the first part of our Top 5 Greatest Spies series. Today, we explore the rise of Kim Philby in British intelligence and his ultimate betrayal as a Soviet double agent. Kim Philby was one of the most notorious double agents of the 20th century, a man who deceived British intelligence for decades while working as a spy for the Soviet Union. Born Harold Adrian Russell Philby on January 1, 1912, in India, he was the son of St. John Philby, a well-known British intelligence officer who worked in the Middle East. Kim grew up in a privileged background and later studied at Trinity College, Cambridge, where he first developed his interest in communism, setting the stage for his future betrayals. Philby's early interest in politics led him to Vienna in the 1930s, where he aided refugees fleeing Nazi persecution. It was here that he was recruited by Arnold Deutsch, a Soviet spy master, and began working covertly for the Soviets. Upon returning to Britain, he was instructed to sever ties with his communist friends and position himself within the British establishment. In 1937, he began his career as a journalist, covering events like the Spanish Civil War. However, behind his journalistic facade, he was passing critical intelligence to the Soviet Union. His work caught the attention of MI6, Britain's secret intelligence service, and in 1940, he was recruited into British intelligence during World War II. Philby quickly rose through the ranks of MI6, becoming the head of Section IX, responsible for counter-espionage against the Soviet Union. Ironically, while tasked with preventing Soviet infiltration, he continued to funnel sensitive information back to Moscow. One of his key contributions occurred during the Battle of Kursk in 1943, a pivotal tank battle between Nazi Germany and the Soviet Union during World War II. The battle was one of the largest tank confrontations in history and marked a turning point in the war on the Eastern Front. Philby provided crucial intelligence that helped the Soviet forces repel the German attack, solidifying his value to the Soviet intelligence community. In 1949, Philby was posted as the first secretary at the British Embassy in Washington, where he served as the top British intelligence liaison to the U.S. He used his position to leak detailed information about MI6, the CIA, and American plans regarding the Korean War. The Korean War was a major Cold War conflict, pitting North Korea, supported by China and the Soviet Union, against South Korea, supported by the U.S. and its allies. Philby's betrayal during this period included passing on intelligence regarding U.S. military strategies, which ultimately benefited the communist forces in the conflict. One of his most significant acts of treachery occurred in 1950, when he warned the Soviets about an Allied plan to send anti-communist forces into Albania. This tip-off led to the operation's failure and bolstered Philby's standing with Soviet intelligence. Suspicion around Philby began to grow, particularly after the defection of fellow spies Guy Burgess and Donald MacLean to the Soviet Union in 1951. Although Philby was interrogated, he managed to avoid conviction due to a lack of direct evidence. In 1955, he was publicly exonerated, but his reputation never fully recovered. In 1962, a Soviet defector named Anatoly Golitsyn provided enough evidence to implicate Philby in espionage. Knowing his time was running out, Philby fled to Moscow in 1963, where he lived until his death in 1988. He worked for the KGB, creating false intelligence documents during his later years. Kim Philby's betrayal had a profound impact on international relations during the Cold War, earning him numerous Soviet honors, including the Order of Lenin. However, in the West, his name became synonymous with treason. His story serves as a chilling reminder of how one man's beliefs can lead to the betrayal of a nation. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more stories from our Top 5 Greatest Spies series.